the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
We're on to the place accumulator. Race number 2, get your bets on by 1300 hours. It's 1600 meters. And it is a conditional novice plate, and I see the way the field is assembled. Numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, 3-year-old Colson Geldings. Then you got a 3-year-old filly, number 5, a 4-year-old filly, number 6, and a 4-year-old gelding, number 7. The best weighted column, it's tight. Number 6, Princess Ozma, is on top. Well, she hasn't won for 553 days. Sovereign Stars, Canford Ice, and number 2, which is Mexican Pete. So I say Sovereign State. They're all at a 74, and number 4 is at a 71. Yeah, some exciting horses. Yeah, I really like the look of this field, and whether you're going to have a dip or not, it's up to you, but it's not the race that I'll be having a punt on the head. Trying to survive in the first leg of the place accumulator. 7 runners. How many runners for you, Ryle?
1 and 3 Ds. I think those 2 horses could be good enough. I'll start with number 1, Canford Ice, because he was obviously a horse that he didn't seem to be going anywhere quite quickly. Stepped him up in trip to 1600 meters, and that worked the charm. And the word regarding this horse back at home is that he shows such good work that, you know, there's a bit surprised that it took him so long to win, but he won quite comfortably. His form line has been franked. He's drawn in gate number 1. The only question mark would be the poly track for the first time, but in terms of distance, he should love every inch of the 1600 meter trip. Once again, he'll probably get even further as he matures, and I think that he's going to go very close to winning. Number 3, Sovereign State. Now, he was eye-catching on debut. He had no right to win at the 100 meter mark. I mean, you would have had your money down that he has no chance of winning, but the way he turned it on was quite encouraging. 21.3. I mean, you don't see that too often. That's top class stuff. He beat Star Performer. I think he beat quite a useful field, and it's a form line that I think we're going to keep an eye on here in KZN. So I think that there's plenty more improvement to come from Sovereign State. I think he'll beat his stable companion Mexican Pete, who does have the poly experience, and they draw next to one another, so there's no real issue with the draws. But I just feel that there's more to come from number 3, Sovereign State, just on what I saw on his on debut from him. So 1 and 3 for me. Your side?
Yeah, this horse Canford Ice, I'm glad you touched on that form line. You know, you often get a horse that wins by street like he did, by 6 lengths, beating Aberdeen, and you wonder about the form line. You know, beside Aberdeen coming out to win again, when Aberdeen won, from that form line, the horses like Ancient World and Tobacconist has come out to win. So it's a form line to follow. I think that horse Jet Bund, if I'm not mistaken, owned by you guys, came out to run a decent race, second or
second, yeah.
Navajo or something.
Navajo Nation, yeah.
That was a good run. So it's a nice form line, and this horse Canford Ice, you know, whilst he's taken a bit of time, as Ryle mentioned, he just seems to be, you know, growing with the racing. Sovereign State. Now, Ryle has said it all about this horse because it was unbelievable how he won. So what I did is he won on over 1,000 meters, Ryle. So I pulled out his pedigree. The dam won over 1,200. There's no siblings to use as a yardstick here, so you don't know how he's going to perform over the extra distance. But when what you saw on debut, if this was a 1,400 meter trip, I would have said lump on. 1,600, I'm a bit iffy on that. The stable companion, on the other hand, is on the drift now, from 2-1 out to 28-10, and the stable Sovereign State into 18-10. Now, on the other hand, he's a horse that's been on the poly track, winning on debut over 1,400. And that day, with the quick fraction set up front by that front runner called Benny in the area, you had to like the way he went and fetched that horse. The dam won up to a mile. She was a 2-time winner. No stamina downstairs. So I'm torn between the 2 of the Frank Robinson stable. He looks to have some really nice youngsters coming out, and you know, well done to him. Listened to a few of his interviews with the owner that has put his weight behind him, and well done to Frank. So between numbers 1, 2, and 3, I can't make up my mind, Ryle. I think all runners are going to go into the place accumulator.
I think we'll triple up with those 3.
Yeah, and when I look at the balance, you know, this horse Purple Ninja Turtle, I don't know why he keeps catching my eye, because last time out, that was a highly competitive race. There were some nice older horses there, Cupid Song being one of them. You know, Godspeed, Franny Bonkos is in town. Princess Ozma, she hasn't won for a long time. Safe Space, I think it'll be safe to leave that one out of the P8, dare I say that. So numbers 1, 2, and 3. But if I had to give my top choice here, I'm going to go with number 1. Canford Ice to beat number 3, Sovereign State, and then number 2. I'm going to go 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. These 1, 3, 2. I think that could be the trifecta box, and maybe even a few straight line trifectas there in race number 2. But in terms of the place accumulator, as you heard from Dees, he certainly does give Mexican Pete a lively chance. So you can even include all 3 in the first leg of that PA and in the bipod as well.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.